When it began, for those who don't know, it didn't matter how you looked or what you wore to a show. Dress code, fuck no. We didn't care about the brand of your jeans and all that shit in your hair.
Hey everyone, welcome back once again to Vicious Rants. And of course, I am your host, the one and only, the often imitated, never duplicated, backyard superstar, the one and only Tim Vicious. And with this one, we talking about a few different things. First and foremost, want to say thanks to everyone that actually bothered to take the time and understand. Last week couldn't film. Wound up having a little bit of a family problem. Son got sick and had to go and take care of that. The role of super dad's a never-ending job. Alright, also, with this one, I'm going to be talking about a few different things. First and foremost, this part is going to be a little different. It's going to be really shocking to you all too, because it's, wait for it, not about wrestling. Yeah. So, apparently, some social media network decided to be a douchebag and suspend my account because I wound up name dropping. And, yeah. Really? Twitter wants to be an asshole like that. What the fuck? Because, honestly, yeah, you might as well just suspend everyone that goes and does that Friday follow thing, because I know I do it. I put out everyone that I talk to on there, and yeah, that don't seem right. You're gonna suspend me because I name dropped? Wait, for fuck's sake. You need to, why not go after the people that are just looking to get followers for the sake of followers? Huh? Next thing you know, YouTube's going to start going after people because they make cheesy, mediocre videos in their bedroom talking about whatever. Okay, on second thought, wait, let's not have them do that because otherwise I'll be out of it. Otherwise I won't have this no more. Anyways, on to something different now. Back to the wrestling. Oh, something that wound up striking a nerve. I was thinking about it, and it's the whole hostile takeover sort of angles that seeing going on. Now, I'm not saying WWE's doing that. They did that before with Nexus. They haven't really tried to do that since. I mean, they brought in the Shield, but the Shield's not looking to do a hostile takeover, saying that they're going to destroy WWE. No, the way they brought them in, they wound up bringing them in basically as the kids from the developmental territory, seeing a whole bunch of bullshit going on. They got pissed off and said, you know what, we're going to fix this and we're going to take matters into our own hands, sort of deal. You know, but with the whole hostile takeover thing, case in point, TNA with the Aces and Eights. Now, I don't know. The whole hostile takeover angle, to me, seems like it's creativity's and the writers' last-ditch effort for coming up with a story because they couldn't think of anything else. And honestly, it seems like every organization that gets a bit of a good name to them winds up pulling that out in some way or another. I mean, and it all started back in WCW with the NWO. Now, the reason why the NWO wound up succeeding with it was because they had Hulk Hogan, who, for all intents and purposes, was the biggest babyface and the primary example for what every wrestling organization wanted for a top babyface, you know? Nice, big, muscular, proud patriot, the whole take your vitamins, drink your milk, say your prayers sort of thing. And then at Bash at the Beach, right out of nowhere, right after he scoots Hall and Nash out of the ring, Randy Savage is laying on the ground, helpless. He rips his shirt, he's hulking up, he looks like he's about to go after him. What's he do? Runs to the ropes and boom, leg drop. That changed it. That made him the bad guy. And that is my opinion on why the NWO was so successful and why that was pretty much the only hostile takeover bit that wound up actually being really successful, because the whole alliance thing with in WWE, I mean, really, I was like 17, maybe 18 at the time when they were doing that, and all I could think is, wait a sec, they're going to do a winner-take-all match at Survivor Series. The Alliance has like maybe 20, maybe 30 guys. If they win, what are they going to do? They all don't fight each other. Oh, hello. And, you know, not only that, I want you also to think for a minute. If you're doing a hostile takeover and you're looking to destroy the very organization, let's just say for the hell of it, Aces and Eights or Scum in Ring of Honor winds up taking them out. If Scum destroys Ring of Honor, what's next? Or if Aces and Eights winds up destroying TNA, what else do they have to do? I mean, Mike Knox, Ken Anderson, Luke Gallows, Devon, and Bully certainly aren't going to go back to WWE. I'm pretty sure Vince won't take them. And I'm pretty sure they're not going to be accepted into ROH. They could probably do something in the Indies, traveling all around the U.S., doing the different indie circuits. Or, you know, go and work in Germany, Japan, China, anywhere like that. But, you know, I just don't get it. And, you know, speaking of TNA with the whole Aces and Eights thing, the whole idea of them saying that they're going to bring the Main Event Mafia back. When the Main Event Mafia were heels, that was good, because they weren't trying to do a hostile takeover thing. They were trying to slap the piss and give some sense to the Young Bucks that they were saying were basically being arrogant and full of themselves, sort of. You know? But now you're bringing the Main Event Mafia back to you're basically going to have having your own mob versus a gang of bikers. Yeah. And seriously, all I can really think is, what? I mean, what? It's... I'm not one for... Well, I can't say I'm not one for criticizing, otherwise I wouldn't be doing this. But all I'm saying is, what in God's good name? I mean, Sting even said that night he was saying he was going to restart the whole Main Event Mafia. No one came out to help him. So why is he going to go and turn to his family to help him when they didn't go to him? You know, that'd be like if I was a person that did nothing but give to you, and you always took it for granted, and the one time I went to you, and you decided to act like a spoiled brat, and be like, no, and just let me be? You expect me to go and give to you again? As Dean Ambrose would say, nope. But, hey, what do I know, you know? I only wound up wrestling for about 15 years, broken bones, gotten concussed, and bled more times than I can count, you know? Only wound up helping with actually developing my character and stories, you know? It's not like I actually would have the idea of maybe have the guys actually bounce a couple ideas off of creativity. You know? I'm just saying, it's an idea. Because seriously, if you're not going to do that, you might as well just, instead of having creativity come up with, and the writers come up with the stories, just throw 100 monkeys into a room, fill them all with typewriters. And this isn't a shot directly towards TNA or anything else. This is just in general, right here with this part, saying that you might as well just throw a whole shitload of monkeys and a whole bunch of typewriters in a room and let them come up with something, because you're going to get the same thing. Bullshit. It don't make sense, and the fact that you're giving us, we're expecting chicken salad and you're giving us chicken shit, it's hurtful to the fans. I mean, the big thing that I'm getting confused on is that big things I'm getting confused on lately, it seems like for the first time in God knows how long, WWE Creative is actually starting to come up with good stuff. I mean, they're actually giving a compelling storyline for the women's division. And I mean, you're getting really good, decent matches. We're getting decent matches. We're actually getting stuff that shows that guys are actually getting wrestlers wrestle instead of spending 20 minutes on the mic and then 5 minutes of kind of shit. You know? But it seems like WWE's starting to go like this a little and bring things back and make stuff seem good, and it seems like TNA's just kind of going in circles like this. Like creativity is stuck in 1996 with the whole NWO thing, having the top babyface in the company all of a sudden miraculously turn heel. Case in point, Bully Ray, because he was a big heel. But you know what would have been more shocking than Bully Ray turning heel? Anything else. Because let's face facts, he was a babyface for about 5 months. Like I said, the reason on why it worked well with Hogan was because he was a babyface for like 13 frickin' years. I mean, hell, this is an honest-to-God true story right here. I spent most of my time wrestling as a heel. I wound up becoming a babyface. When Eddie Guerrero died. Week after Eddie Guerrero died, me and my tag partner, Tommy Rotten, we had our first match since then. We asked if we could go out and do something in tribute to Eddie. The bosses said, okay. We went out, we wound up having a megaphone, standing right on the apron, did like Shane Douglas. Cut the fucking music! Stop the music. Wound up saying, before we go and start this match and kick these guys' ass from here to Kingdom Come, this match goes out to the one man who's got the best seat in the house. Eddie, we love and miss you, brother. And next thing you know, right at the end, boom, we hit our finisher, Anarchy in PA. And right before we went for the pin, I looked at him and was like, whoa, Tommy, wait. Go get some tables. We put both guys on the tables. Both went on opposite corners, and then frog splashed them right through the tables. And then when we got up, we did like after the pin, we got up and did like the Eddie Guerrero dance. We kept everything else the same. We kept the promos the same. We kept the trash talking the same. But the fact was, the people loved that, and we wound up going babyface from that. But it's things like that, you know? That was a shocker. We didn't think that the whole point on that story, compared to what I was just talking about, was that it was a shocker. We were portrayed as the two most disrespectful, uncaring, unapologetic guys in our wrestling federation. And yet, right before we started the match, we said we dedicated it to Eddie Guerrero. I mean, it was... Everyone just seemed like, wow, these guys have heart. That's something. And I'm man enough to admit, when I found out he died, I cried. I cried like a baby. You know, but it's... you know, TNA, they basically have been doing the same thing since '96. And I know a lot of TNA fans out there are going to get pissed at me for saying this, but I got a point. Because I want you to think. It's like the second you win the world title, you automatically go from face to heel. If you're a face and you win the title, you basically go from, once you lose it, you go from face to heel. You know? Like Aries did. Like Bobby Roode did. Like Jeff Hardy did. And Jeff Jarrett. And Kurt Angle. And Sting. And do you see my point here? And Ken Anderson. And I could go on, but... And Samoa Joe even. But, like I said, I could go on. I'm not gonna. It's... I know a lot of you guys are gonna probably just say, yeah, whatever, he probably couldn't think of really much. You know what? Fuck yous on that. This is the shit that I was gonna bring up last week. I couldn't because my son was sick. And if you don't like it, fuck you, sit and spin. Alright, so, anyways, before we're going, go and do the shout-outs now. So, like I always tell yous, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, go back, watch all the other ones, look for me on Twitter, @TimVicious, look for the backup one that some social media network douchebag decided to suspend me on that I had to make, Tim_Vicious. Look for all these cool cats right here on Twitter. KCat26. My brother from another mother, James Steele, JX2001. That Roxy Girl, _it's V-Bitch. James, Roxy, and Vicky all got their own videos. Make sure you guys watch them. I am Danny Sunday, Mucky Morris, Helen Robinson 82, Meow_Cakes, Jerry Soriano, Team Custom Made, Cranky Asshole, Stacy Impact W Fan, Legion Lady Aaron, Legion of Nerds. Make sure you check out legionofnerds.com. Also, make sure you also check out Simply Sabrina, like I said before, and also Wrestling with Subtitles. And if you love me, great. And if you hate me,